as NDC government take over as the next president Chief Justice Gertrude Torkono wono enena Chief Justice na aban ba na aban kobia no a yenyina yenim se ebia yisi anase pokra na Chief Justice ana se judge bi ni dwumadi a wodie no se obi etro petition edifa sa nipa kro no ho a na omo petition president na president nso estate committee mo hwehwe ensem no se be ya omo behu se asama asomasi ana obenten eka ede afa se nipa we hu no sen na asem no esitie ekobasa no a na omapanyin ete committee a na omo ahwehwe mu na committee no nso etransia na omo so de omo findings aba se no kre asema bi a ye ka fa asomasi ana obenten ho no sanetie eti president o decision no obetimi ateki ana say sideline da nipa no na empukra no ye ma obi foforo eba be di say dwumadie no eno na Justice Gertrude Torkono edie no ekokoye ya ye nyina yenim say for the past 8 months in you know ade say aye front and back court here and there near there na say no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the president set up committee ni ewie no omo de omo fundings aba na fundings omo de ba ye no ehwe se enya de se maame no otoaso meche Justice Torkono Gertrude no otoaso Chief Justice Emma Oman Ghana ebetumi aboa enti enam saade no so ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and so etmi eja maame no ekwan a sesi meche se breaking news no ade se letter from presidency aba se maame no enya de se omo ema no atoaso se onye Chief Justice biem emfama Oman Ghana na abusia mo maame kan letter no mo ensem kakra emfa emma mo na we every the president's office the president's office no say President Mahama removed Chief Justice Gertrude Asaba Saki Torkono from office dated 1st September 2025. President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 146, Section 9 of the 1982 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship, Justice Gertrude Asaba Saki Torkono, from office with immediate effect. This follows receipts of the report of the committee constituted under the Article 146, Section 6 to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori. After considering the petition and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated behavior under the Article 146, Section 1 had been established and recommended her removal from office. Under Article 146, Section 9, the President is required to act to accordance with the committee's recommendation. Signed, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, MP, spokesperson to the President, Minister, Government Communication, eno ene die efriho enso aba yede honsem ede mamona eno say die officially sa front and back ne ehonsem na eba ye ne enyina no say Justice Torkono Gertrude Saki ade say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama etme eja maame no ekwan say enya ade say ono ena eba be chief anaso otoaso edi dwumadi as Chief Justice Eddie Ama Oman Ghana ebiem eno breaking news yede mamo ene the dua if the office of the office of the president yede mamo ene the dua the Punch TV. Mess also be subscribe to a YouTube channel no na face wa like video e ama me share ma foforo nya bi hwe na fe fa comment bra e wo comment section on every prem ye be kin kan ni nyina e ama mo ene
kre Justice Gabriel Poamanchire Mono. I'm sure that you've seen the video of the presentation, any statement out here.
Yes.
But you say, almost you have to say, almost share petitions that they were considering it one after the other. So I'm consider first one Mr. Daniel Ofori, Eddie by any way, Aumbecom, the Tosu Mimian Sanum. And appeal see a chief justice side by say, Ompese, Omutusa, when the Shedda. I copy a brown so my crowd say, Yano. So that is what happened. But a friend was Sanche. Each petition stood on its own merits. So it was going to succeed or fail on its own merits. On the basis of Mr. Denofori petition of the Koyano, and on my recommendation, the Omushe movie, I was telling my penny to Sana Moy. Now, wouldn't say Article 1469, and so my penny to say the committee, no, the recommendation, but not on the Adincheba, a one amount to our own to one. Who knew who as some can be a say or do more against no ayatuma. I mean, statement ya babantino.
I don't know if the details of the exact recommendation no mobile in the public, and by that I mean say on the Danilofori petition no, what exactly did the committee see say Chief Justice I wrong in that petition for which they recommended her removal?
So let me say Rano Mahokwan.
Okay.
You didn't come out the details of the petition.
Sure.
But I think it's a fairness and natural justice demands. The Nipa, Yadia Sama Bafan Hono, and I'm on to it to say no. Air Cosono. Yet show command on who says here, Akobanisa. In the Menoka say, I can confirm to you the Omampeni letter, I can't Chief Justice and Sa. Ama Omampeni issue warrants. A U2 Mikrata, a Chese with one amortisa. In that letter to the Chief Justice, no, the committee's findings and basis for this action no, is clearly stated. It will not be he knows. That she knows, Mr. But me moment here, any other meet with the Twitter. Then a constitutional, Abraham is sending to me.
Is the president minded and aware of the magnitude of this decision?
Oh, of course. So as a president, one of the most experienced public servants I work on.
Yes.
Why am I something degree? Why legislator? Why you be a watch them for 3 terms for a month for a work Bolivia Moy constituency? And our vice president and our president on 2 occasions. And he is fully aware of the magnitude and weight of removing a Chief Justice. But constitutional rule, let's say, it is not about individuals. It is about institutional arrangements. And as you say, or nkansah trato you may have your views. I may have my views. The president may have his views.
Yes.
But once the committee presents a finding, or my opinion, he cannot do that. But of course, everybody knows. Chief Justice in many paketwa. People who in the star, Ewabra, in Nassau, and as the Emrebia enter. So he is fully aware of the magnitude of the decision here.
And that I've heard the arguments, this will set a bad precedent for the judiciary going forward. How would you react to Sir commentary?
Now, unfortunately, those who say that are losing sight of something. You see, the fundamental principle, idea a book to make a memo, any a memoir, and number of my and they say, Yenina, a pet or man. It will be Obia also a bite, maybe an enemy patia, maybe a warfare, men who never, maybe a woo is coming in this. But a banner, Manoya pet. Into a bar. And one year the Boba. That is the position of the law. So, above all, Cassidy, I'm kind of sacred cow philosophy. Obi we ni pakesia man ti se akoba ne se emra ne hye se yemfa won fasa kwan bi so a yesi esan wuli pakesia we yenti yenye kaya kwa ne sa that is what will set a bad precedent. Does that a highly regarded personality and as a significant personality in Ghanaian society, a very powerful head of an arm of government, then what about Semna? It does not set a bad precedent. If it is the case to say, in due process was not followed, the managers, if I say, President Mahama and SACKÉÐ petition na and official preoccupied crack I said we a chief justice everywhere. Then that's a terrible precedent. In fact, it would not even be countenance in the face of the law.
Yes.
People see unless we are under a dictatorial regime. But when he has gone through due process every step of the way, up until now, there's not one single instance of be to me actually Tom and Penny Bumra Baku and Amiso. So the other can say, said this is a bad precedent now. Have really not established what bad precedent it is. The fact of the weight of the office is immaterial. It's argument. In fact, see a doom of mine. Now the Chief Justice Ebu Mraso near never Makwaso. Nasa Impediasa, Obia or Tonkudo, Council Makasa, the Famna Kwaswa. Then we have arrived at a country that is underpinned by the rule of law. That cannot be a bad precedent.
For clarity's sake, and for maybe the lay persons listening to us, so when him say for someone to become a chief justice, the person should first be a justice of the Supreme Court. Now, the CJ has been removed from office as chief justice. It affected the membership of the bench as a Supreme Court judge and so on.
I'm not a lawyer, so I cannot make any constitutional pronouncement.
Sure.
The minimum say, as of a name on your chief justice job. If there are any consequential matters that arise out of that decision, I'm sure say the appropriate authorities will deal with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But what it then means, they say, then immediately, no, Omanpenyi will take steps to name a substantive chief justice, right?
Of course, it means that there's a vacancy.
Sure.
And she say Omanpenyi is to say, Utuana Mombi Famuna, Omama Shetia, Mebo Hunde Rogana Forte.
Now, the committee in a sentence, no, effectively, it comes to an end, sir.
Well, sir, which year near Justice Gabriel Pamankaina?
Yes.
They've adjourned hearing of the two other cases. So it is up to them to decide that they will go back to look at them. But Sisia Menoka said, I'm not in a position to tell whether they will continue or they will not.
Okay. Okay. You. Honorable, I think that should be it for now. I don't also know, say, when it happens, because a year novel in seed, at least in the Fourth Republic, no, say Chief Justice no Kofi say the entitlement they are doing in Abeka say it is how does that play out?
I think that is a matter for the judicial arm of government to consider.
To consider.
Yes.
Okay.
And see, they will determine what is due here and are not due here. Yeah.
Very
and
well.
after whether or not she has to get anything at all. I don't know if it's within the bottom of the judiciary.
Sure. You. Felix, my men nase, Bibiania, Yebesaya ba ababi din komobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pa. Felix Kwachio Fusu, Ekasa, Emma Mampenyi, John Dramani, Mahama, and now science a binding in our Casa Mafu, and Amotesi and no ED